there's anything extra, say you get that full $6,000, but your out-of-pocket max is only $4,500. It's your money to do what you want. So you can, pay your electric bill, pay your car payment, pay your mortgage, whatever it may be. This money goes directly to you. Right behind that is the short-term disability brochure. Short-term disability is insurance for your paycheck. So as great as Detweiler's is, they're not going to sit here and pay you for 6 months if you're not working, if something happens to you outside of the job, if you get in that car wreck, if you have some major health event. So what this does is, by law, we're only going to replace 60% of your income. So just to use round numbers, if you were making $1,000, in a given time, we would pay you $600, per week, however, if you made $1,000 a week, we'd pay you $600 a week. So there's a couple of different options there, and that's money comes to you completely tax-free. So while you're thinking, that's not going to pay all my bills, if you think about the taxes that's taken out of your check anyways, it gets pretty close. So there's a couple of different options there. Right off the bat, if you're injured, it's going to kick in the very first day that you're missing work. If you're ill, say you catch pneumonia, say you have a heart attack, something like that, then there's a waiting period before the plan kicks in. So that can be 7 days, it can be 14 days, it can be as much as 30 days. And obviously, if you take the 7-day waiting period, the plan price is going to cost you a little more than the 14-day period. So what I'm saying is we can work with you to find out, exactly the right waiting period and amount of money that you need to fit your budget. And that's true with all of these plans. There's multiple different levels. So we really kind of work with you to customize that. The other thing is that you can have the short-term disability. People are always like, well, what about long-term? Our short-term disability starts at paying you for up to 3 months of being out of work. But you can also go 6 months, 12 months, even longer, up to 2 years. So again, that's a personal, type thing that we'd sit down with each individual and discuss that with them, exactly what they need. With short-term disability, if you're thinking about starting a family, pregnancy, childbirth is also covered in that. 6 weeks for a regular delivery, 8 weeks for a cesarean section delivery. So that's included there as well. Any questions there? Okay. On the opposite side of the packet is the cancer care. And the way cancer care works is we pay you a flat sum right off the bat if somebody that's covered under the plan is diagnosed with cancer. On the Premier here, it's $6,000. After that, you open it up. I'm not going to go through all of these benefits, but again, it works just like the accident plan. Everything stacks on top of each other. So if you're, for instance, getting chemotherapy, paying you $900 a week for chemotherapy. It's $500 a week if you're undergoing radiation. So if you're doing the both of them at the same time, $1,400 a week. It goes on, there's benefits for surgery. You get $1,000 if you go for a second opinion to Moffitt. That's any National Cancer Institute cancer center, but Moffitt's the one that we all think about because it's closest to us. Also, if you're going for treatment more than 50 miles, so if you are going to Moffitt, they're going to pay you your mileage there and back and to stay overnight in a hotel. So there's a long list of benefits there. This is one of those plans that nobody wants to get cancer. We don't think about it every day, but this plan really is there and it's life-changing because cancer is expensive to treat, and most people won't be working if they're going through chemotherapy. So you really got to think about how long you're going to be out of work and replacing your income as well. And that's what this plan's designed to do. You can see right on the front page, on this plan, they kind of give just an average payout. It's over $52,000. And you can see at $900 a week for the chemotherapy how that adds up very quickly. There's also skin cancer benefits in here. So if you get skin cancer, if you're working outside a lot, for the different surgeries and biopsies there that you may need to have. Is there any questions about the cancer plan? Sure.
Is that just for the employee or is it for family or?
Again, you can cover your family on this. The kids are actually free. So if you take this as an individual, your children are automatically included at the same price. It's a great benefit, but you can also include a spouse as well.
Okay.
So yes.
Do they have to be under 18?
Okay, 26 years old is the cutoff. So no, you have to be up to 26 and they're covered there. And that's true with the accident plan or the critical care plan that I was going to discuss next too. Anybody else? Okay. The critical care plan does two things. It works a lot like the cancer plan if you have what they call a specified health event, which is major things like heart attack, stroke, if you have a coma, third-degree burns, paralysis, organ transplant. You can see them all on the second page there. There's a list of 10 different things. So what it does is it pays you $7,500 right off the bat. Then, for instance, if you have a heart attack, you're going to go to the hospital, you're going to be in the ICU for a while. So the very first day you're in the intensive care unit, it's paying you $800 per day for the first week. After a week, that number goes up to $1,300 for that second week. Then there's a continuing, what they call a step-down ICU benefit for the next 30 days of $500 per day. There's also, if you need to have some type of surgery, whether it be before a heart attack or after, if you have to have heart valve surgery, it's going to pay $4,000. If you have like a stent placed, it's $2,000. So that's preventative or after the fact, but it's a great benefit there. This plan is actually, the price of this is based upon your age. So it goes up to 35, 36 to 45, 46 to 55, and then 56 and above. Because, like I mentioned earlier, if you are 34 or 35 years old, it's a great time to lock this plan in because you can keep it for 30 years. The cost is never going to go up and you're still going to get those benefits. If you're under 35 years old, it starts at $3.90 a week. That's why I say you can lock it in now, keep it for life. It's a great benefit there. The other part of this plan that I mentioned is if you are in the ICU for any reason. So you're in a car wreck, you're in the ICU, it's going to pay you that same $800 per day for the first week, $1,300 a day for the second week. If you're, again, if you're thinking about starting a family, you can cover yourself, your spouse on this, and the NICU is neonatal intensive care unit. So right off the bat, God forbid something happens during childbirth, is early, that's going to kick in right away as long as the mother's covered there for the $800 per day and $1,300 per day after that first week. So, do we have any questions on that one? Okay.
One thing I want to add.
Oh.
Times?
Yes.
Yeah. So, like I said, this is open enrollment. It's open now. It's through employee self-serve, so everybody knows how to get in and view your stubs. So that's the same place you're going to click on the open enrollment tab. All the elections are there. Everything that you can choose is there. A little description, yes or no, or waive. That's important too. If you're not going to take it, you do need to click the radio button that says waive. It will be open for the next 2 weeks, 2 solid weeks. Our numbers are in the back of the brochures there, or the handouts, not the Aflac brochures, the Xerox copies we brought. Sorry.
I have a question here on the life insurance portion of it. If I have life insurance on me, not like healthcare from my wife's side, would I still be qualified to do that?
Everything is a la carte. You don't need to take one to qualify for the others. You take what you like, leave the rest. And it's all there in your PSS. All the options say yes or no. It'll show you what your deductions are going to be. There is one very important exception to what I just said. Aflac, you cannot elect in your ESS. There's a description there to kind of remind you, hey, did you want to talk to Doug or Tom about Aflac? You got to call us, or we're going to actually stick around today. So if anybody wants to hear more about Aflac and get a customized quote to you, we'll be here as long as that takes. But anybody who's watching the video or later in the week, give us a call. The numbers are all in the back of the handouts there. So 2 weeks, open enrollment. Aflac has to be done on a different computer. Did we cover everything? Is there a question right here?
I already have these benefits. Do I have to re-enroll or just leave it the way it is?
Yes. You need to go through employee self-service. There's a button that's going to say keep current selections. Just keep that. Keep going down to the bottom and click submit.
Okay, and I'm also having a problem to get on that website. I can never get on it.
Okay. My number's in the back. You can just give us a call. We can help you.
Thank you.
All right. That covers everything? Fantastic. Well, thanks for having us. We will stick around and answer questions and get you going on Aflac if you should decide to do that.
Thank you.
All right.